Alrighty, let's check out the latest in Invokeys' switch lineup, the Black Sesame linear switch. For those of you who don't know, Invokeys is a SoCal-based vendor that has made amazing switches before, like the Matcha Lattes, Blueberry Chiffons, and I expect these Black Sesames to be just as good. Quick specs out of the way, these 65-cent switches are manufactured by Athleon and have a PC top, nylon bottom, 20mm 55-gram spring, dust-proof long pole palm stem, and come machine/hand lubed from the factory. And let's touch on that last point. Lubing is an interesting subject within the switch space, as there are countless ways to go about this, and in my opinion, a pain in my ass that I'd rather not deal with. Since factory lubing has been kind of coming back into the limelight recently, I think it's important to clarify what machine factory or hand lubing is. In a brief summary, machine lubing applies a type of thicker grease on the leaf and legs of the switch, as well as donut dipping the springs in that same kind of grease. Hand lubing is as what you would expect with traditional lubing, where you lube along the sides of the stems, and this can also apply to the leaf and the legs as well. For the Black Sesames in particular, what I think is noteworthy is that they're a mix of both. The leaf and spring are machine lubed, while the stems are hand lubed. So why does this matter? This is all an effort on Invokeys' part to consistently improve Athleon's lubrication process to bring you the best sounding and feeling switch out of the box. There have been switches I've tried that claim amazing performance out of the box with no modifications and kind of have fallen short. And in no part due to the vendor, but to the manufacturer themselves. I mean, we're basically at the point where with the right instruction to the manufacturer, factory lubing can replace hand lubing altogether. And on top of that, Invokeys is still hand QCing all of their switches to ensure your batch is consistent across both sound and feel. As for those of you who are familiar with the Matcha Lattes, you may be looking at that spec list and thinking, well, why should I get these? Since they're identical apart from the stem and spring. And that's a fair point. As far as differences go, and from my personal experience, the springs in the Black Sesames are a bit snappier and provide a stronger feedback. The dustproof stem helps with stem wobble, and maybe the biggest is the updated housing material in these switches, which all contribute to a lower sound profile. Performance-wise, these are just as how you would expect the original Matchas to be. Decently smooth, consistent feel, and definitely deeper sounding. I will say as far as the lubing goes, it is a little on the heavier side, which isn't anything bad, but just not my preference. The easiest way I can describe these is that if you love your matcha lattes, but wish it was a bit snappier or responsive and had a deeper tone, these are it. So while 65 cents can be somewhat pricey and you may or may not like the dustproof stem, like myself, I still think these pack a lot of value for what they are. Amazing factory lubing in QC that we all know and love from the original matcha lattes, basically no stem wobble due to the dustproof stem, and a solid long pole typing experience. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. These switches are set to drop on the 30th of September, and you can check them out in the link below. Let me know if you guys are fans of the dustproof stem and your overall thoughts on the sound below. Thanks, and have a good one.